Here we have the solids which are the combination of different shapes. The first one, here we have cylinder and surmounted by cylinder and a cone. This cone is surmounted on the cylinder. And here look at this, we have a tin here, a cylindrical shell. We have two cylinders here, outside one cylinder and inside also. And here ice cream cone. This bottom side we have cone and the top we have a hemisphere. Ice cream cone is a combination of two solids. One is cone, another one is hemisphere on the top. Come to this photo frame of a rectangular path. Look at this, a rectangular path. We have two rectangular shapes here, two rectangles. Okay, photo frames made up of two rectangles. Otherwise you can take it as a cuboid. So here, hemispherical bowl. So it is empty inside. We have two hemispheres. We have two hemispheres. So on this, here another one, look at this, a tomb. Here is a pillar, cylindrical shape. On the top you can see on tomb, you can see a tomb, just a hemispherical shape. So that is surmounted on the cylindrical shape. So we find in nature so many solids which are combination of one or two. You can see even pencil also. Pencil, one end when it is sharpened, that sharpened part looks like a cone and the remaining part looks like a cylinder. In our nature we can find plenty of cylinders, isn't it? So now let us see. Here we have one 3D shape, a house. House is a three-dimensional figure, a solid. It's a combination of, see, this is a cuboidal shape and another one is a prism on the top. So it's a combination of two shapes here, two. So one is cuboidal shape, on the top you are looking like a prism, that looking as a prism. So now when you look at this building at a different angle, how it looks. See the different views of this building. From the top, from the above if you see, you will get this, you will get one shape. From the side if you see, you will get another shape. And the front side if you see, you will get a different shape. Here look at this portion, what you are saying, this portion is a top view. The top view you can see here. So at this place, we are showing that as a top view. When you look at from the top of this building, it looks like two rectangular pieces. The central line, so this line is this one. Okay, at the center you are saying what is that line, you are saying that is the line. And these two edges you can see at these places. It looks like almost, imagine yourself, when you are seeing from the top of the building, this is the view. So now when you are seeing from, this is a top view. So this is the top view. When you are seeing from that place, that building looks like two rectangular pieces. And the front view, from the front side, this is the front view. So if you see this, then you will get this shape. The front view will be like this. The side view is this one. Side view will be this one. Okay. So when you are looking from the side, you see that window, how it looks. Okay. So that is another shape. It may look another roof also sometimes looks like two rectangular pieces. Roof also looks like this from the side. Okay. So that is a side view. One is side view, this is front view, and another one is a top view. Look at this tumbler, glass. One glass is there, and you see what is the view. It is a front view, and it's a side view. Front and side both look same. When you look at this figure from the top, it looks like a circular disc. This tumbler or a glass looks like a circular disc. That is a top view. And look at this, another object made up of cubes. 4 cubes are arranged like that sidewise. So when you look at this from the top, this looks like this one. So when you look this box cuboid, look at this one 4 cubes are arranged sidewise. So this is the top view. When you look at this top view, it is similar to this one. Top view looks like this. Okay, imagine yourself, you are looking from the top, how it looks like 3 rectangular pieces and one another square pieces and another square piece at the middle. Okay, side view. Side view means this is one, so this is one square and this another square it is at the other side. You can see here the other square here, one more square will be there. So that together forms two squares. So this is the side view. Imagine yourself, this is one face, this is one face, this one. This behind there is one more face. So look at this, behind you can see one more face, that is the adjacent square. Okay, two squares you will see from this side. Front side, you can see only this rectangle with the three squares. So this is the front view. Okay, front view. So when you look at this object from the top, this is the figure you are getting, the last one. This is the figure from the top. When you look at from the side, the first one is the side view. When you look at from the front side, the front view looks like a three square pieces. So this is the views, different views of this object. Okay, now one object is there. How many cubes you are seeing here? Cubes are attached one with other ones. So we have cube number 1, and this is second cube, and this is the third cube kept on the top. So you are seeing this object from the side. This is the side view. So side view, how it looks? This side view looks like a two rectangular pieces. This is the two pieces that you are seeing. I am drawing, I am highlighting that portion. So this portion looks actually. So that is the side view. So this I am writing, showing here. Okay, this is the side view. When you look at from the side. Front view, look at this, looks like L shape. From the front side, if you look at this one, reverse L shape. So look at this one. So this is the front view. So this front view is this one. Okay, top view. When you look at this object from the top, this square at the top one, this one, and this is second. So these two appears like a. So this is one and this is two pieces. So this is the top view. When you look at this object from the top. So the different views of these solids are shown like this. Front view, side view and the top view. We have three objects here are cubes. These objects are formed by attaching the cubes. Here only three cubes. First one. Now when you look at this from the top, what is the shape? When you look at this object from this side, what is the shape? When you look at from the front side, what is the shape? You will get that you have to tell me. So one of the girls, you tell me. Girls, you tell me what is the front view of this one. Which one will match here for the front view, first figure? Among these three. So among these three options, what is the front view of this object? So front view is shown here from this side. One of you answer this. What is the front view? Which answer will match here? Front view. Identify the front view of this first solid. Object A. What is the front view of this one? Options are given. Three options. First one, second one, third one. Which one will match for the front view?
So we can match
Either second or third one. Okay, let us take second itself. This is front. Okay, let us write this is front. Second one you can take. And side view also two rectangular pieces. You can take the third one as a side view. And this is a top view. You can take this as a top view. Okay. Now all of you look at the second figure. Here second figure made up of four cubes. We have kept four cubes adjacent to each other. You have to tell me first what is the top view of this one. Top view. Three options are there. Top view. Okay, this is the top view. Okay, right, good. One should answer. Only one should answer. Then side view. Side view. When you look at this object from the side. First one. Sidewise, see this square and this square only will appear there. We can see two squares there. Two squares, that is square 1 and square 2. Only you can see two squares when you look at from this side action. This square and then this square. Two squares will appear from the side. So this is side view. The first one is side view. Then the left out one is, that is the front view. This must be the front. So when you are looking from the front side, you will see three squares. The first one is this one, and the second one is this one, and the third one is this one. Three squares. Square 1, square 2, okay, square 3. One second. This is the square 3. Okay, so there are, so okay, so now look at this. So we have, this is the second and this is the third one. So here you look 1, 2 and the 3. So three squares will appear. That is the front view. Now come to this third one. Okay, third question. We have 4 cubes attached to each other, and you have to identify what is the top view here. Which one will match to the top view? Which option is correct? First one. So this is the top view. Now I am asking you the side view. From the side, if you look at this one, this is the side view. Second one. So this is the side view. So now from the front side, if you look at this object from the front side, so this is front side. So this is the front view of this one. So these are the different views of these 3 solids. Now look at this, all of you. Different views of the solids here. Here it's an almirah. One almirah is given, and first one is the front view. What is the shape front view? It is looking like a rectangle. Okay. And the second object, this is front. So I am writing F, front view. And this is side view. Okay, side view. And this top view is small rectangle. This is the top view. Almirah, when you imagine that you are seeing an almirah in your house, when you look at the almirah from the front side, this is the shape you will get. Okay, from the side, another rectangular piece. From the top also a rectangular piece. These are the 3 different views of this almirah. Now the second one, look at this, it's a matchbox. So it's a matchbox. See, this one, this is the side view. This is the side view of this matchbox. And look at this is a front view. The second one is, so this is the front view of this matchbox. Top view, look at this is the top view. When you look at the matchbox, the top view will be also looks like a rectangle. Now computer monitor here, or otherwise you can take a television, TV or computer, looks like a computer monitor only, computer monitor. So when you look at this object from the front side, only this screen will appear. So that is the front side. First one is front view. And when you look at this from the side, from this direction, this is the side view of this computer monitor. Okay. And from the top, if you look at this from the top, this last figure shows the top view of this computer. The last one, the fourth diagram, look at this, we have a car. From the front side, if you look at the car, so you can see the lights, headlights, and we can see the glass of the front side, the glass of the car. All these things you can see, that is the front. When you look at from the side of the car, this is the side view you can see here. From the top, if you look at this, so this is the shape you are getting, the car. From the top, when you look at the object from the top, that shape will appear. So match the side view and the top views of the items in column 1. So these are the objects in the column. One second. So these are the objects in the column. So these objects, so these are all objects, we have to match the side view. These are all the side view. Yes, this is the top view. So top views are given in the last column, and these are the side views of the subjects. Now you have to match them now. Okay. So now all of you observe this one, bottle is given. First object is a bottle. Identify the side view of this bottle. So that is, look at this side view of this bottle is this one. Okay. This is the side view of this bottle. For the A, third option. And the top view of this bottle, it will be circular in shape. That is the fourth one. See, we have identified the side view of this bottle as well as the top view. Next one, look at this, there is a weight, 5 kg weight is there. So now, first you have to identify the side view. Side view is this one. First one is the side view of this one. Okay. And the top view will be this one. So the last option is the top view, 5 kg weight. Okay. So next, here is a flask, water flask. When you look at this from this side, this is the shape you will get. One rectangle and a semicircle at the top. And the top view will be this one, second one. This is the top view. Second option is the top view. Now, a cup and saucer is given. Here is a cup as well as saucer. When you look at this cup and saucer, the side view will be like this, the last option. And when you look at this from the top, and it will look like 2 circles, that is the third option. So these are the combinations you are getting. The only one object left, which is a container. So it is looking like a cuboidal box. Side view, look at this, this is a side view. Okay, from the top if you see a circle and a square shape. So at the center, that cap looking like a circle, and the top portion is also looking like a square. So that is the combination here, side view and the top view. Identify the top, front and side views. You have to identify the top view, front view as well as side view of this object. Now we have 3 cubes. Front view. This is the front view. You tell me what is the front view of this, which one will match here? Second option, this is front. Okay, this is front. Side view, from this direction. What is the side view? Third option. Top view, this is the top view, left out. Okay, now come to the second one. Same shape, but kept in a different view shape. Front view. Front view from this side direction, if you look at this. Second one. This is the front view. Second option is the correct one. Side view from the side, from this direction. First one is the correct one. The left one is, that is the top view. This is top view. Okay. Now come to the last object. From the top if you see this object, from the top if you observe this object, what is the shape you will get? First option. First one. From this side if you see, from this direction, from this side if you see, this is the side view. And the left one is front. Front means, third option is the front view. Okay. Some more solids. I think same solid here. Already you are done. So this is the front view. So front view, and then this. For this front view, this is front view, and then this is the side view. 2 squares will appear. This is the top view. For this subject already I think the same type you have done. Once again let us recall. From the top 2 squares, from the side 3 squares, from the front see 3 squares and another square also will appear. Look at this one. What is the top view of this object? Third one. For the third option. First, third figure. This is the top view. Okay, good. Now from the side view, what is the side view? From this direction. Side. So this is the first one. So naturally this must be the front. This must be the front view. 2 more objects here. Again, top view. Top view, this is the third option. Okay, this is the front view. And this is the side view. Okay, now look at this object little different. Can you tell me, identify the front view of this object? Option E. Front view. First one. First one is the front view. First one is correct. Next. Okay, first or third both are same. Then side view also same. Front view and side view same. Okay, the second one must be the top view. Second one is the top view. Some shapes are given. You need to draw the front, side and the top view of these figures. So now if I ask you what is the front view, top view and side view of this military tent. This is the military tent. What will be the shape of the front view, side view and top view? Triangle is the front view. Top view from the top. From the top, two rectangles. From the side. From the side. From the side. One rectangle. Okay. Same way, table is given. Second one is table. Top view. What is the shape of top view? Rectangle. Top view. Rectangle. Front view. Front view will be like this. Front view will be like this with the two legs. Okay. Front view will be like this. Side view also will be like that only, same shape. Okay. So side view also will be same. Front and side. And come to this object. Here is a nut. Nut bolt, you know that no? One nut is given. You have to identify the top view, side view and the front view. Okay. Here also an hexagonal shape block is given. Look at this shape is hexagon. Hexagon shape is given. Okay. This is the front view. So I will show you this in the next slide. All this one. So look at this now. Military tent. From the front side, look at this. Front side how it is looking. So military tent. When you look at this is the front side. From this side you look at this shape will appear. Front. Two triangles. Okay. Tent will look like this from the front side. From the top it will look like this. This is the top view. Okay. Looks like two parallelograms. Okay. Then and here look at this. It's looking like a parallelogram. Side view. Side view is looking like a parallelogram. It is a slant slope now. That's why. Slant. Looking very slant. That's why it is looking like a parallelogram. Now look at this tabletop. Tabletop. This is actually round. Tabletop looks like a rectangle only. Okay. It looks like a rectangle. And this is okay. This is front view and this is side view. Okay. And this is top view. This is side. Okay. So now nut view, look at this nut. Front view. Front you can see only this much portion. Front this much portion. So you are looking this is the front view. This is front. Side also same. Front and side same. And the top view looks like a two hexagonal shapes. Okay. And come to this hexagonal block. Front view looks like a hexagon. And this is the side view. This is side view. Okay. And this is top view. Imagine yourself how it looks from the top. This hexagonal block. Okay. Sometimes this tent looks like two rectangular pieces also. Top view. So that little angle if you change it looks like this type. But when you look at from the top, it looks like must look like this. Top view. And sometimes this also at a certain angle it looks like a rectangle also. Small rectangle. And if you change a little bit sidewise, it looks like a parallelogram, sometimes like rectangle also possible. So these are the different views of the given solids. We have some shapes here. A die. Kannadadalli dada anತಾರೆ. Die. One die is taken. What is the shape? It's a cube. So this is, what is the view? First one. This one. What is the front view or top view or side view? This is front. Second one is side view. Okay. Now you tell me this house. This is first one side. This is top. This is front. Again table. This is, you can take a side. This is top. In the space around us. So it depicts the location of a particular object or a place in relation to another objects. Suppose you want to show the address of your school, you will give the route map. So from Tumkur to Golladli, you want to show the route map means, so you will show the bus station, railway stations, or the hospitals or DC office, so then forest area, then your school. All these things you have to depict there. So then only you will get the map of that particular school or particular place. So in relation to that, some other objects also will be placed in the map. Even you can see some of the wedding card invitation, they will show the Chowdhury address, route map from bus stand how to reach the wedding hall. So these are indicated in the invitation cards also. The symbols will be used there and the colors also used to depict the places or objects of the different places. So colors and symbols we use. Sometimes hospitals means plus sign we use. Okay. Fire station means fire extinguisher symbol we use. So different shapes can be used to represent the places. And there is no reference or perspective in a map. Objects that are closer to the observer are shown to be the same size as that of the farther object. Even, see, suppose you are standing in a bus stand, a tree will be shown the same size everywhere on the map. There is no need a nearer object should be shown a bigger size, the farthest one should be shown smaller one. There is no rule that one. So we can mention in the same dimension whether it is very far or very near. So, and also while drawing the maps, we have to take a scale. So suppose there is a distance of 5 kilometers from your home to school means you cannot draw the distance of 5 kilometers on the paper. So you must take a scale there. 5 centimeter distance can be drawn on the paper and that may be represented as 5 kilometers. So we need to take the scales to represent the different scales and maps. You can see that maps always, so 9 miles can be represented as 1 inch. The ratio 1 is to 5,50,000. These are all the scales we are using here. Sometimes this is called as a representative fraction, map distance and the ground distance. Whatever the distance you have taken on the map and the original distance in the denominator, that gives you the representative fraction. The scales are very important to represent because you cannot draw the same distance on the paper. From one place to another place, a 5 kilometers distance is there means you cannot draw the 5 kilometer distance on the paper itself. So therefore you need to choose a scale. So that scale is called as a representative fraction. On map we have shown here, this is my house and then my sister's school is shown and my school is shown. How to show that? See, from my home, then there is a road shown, arrow mark how to reach the school, sister's school and my school. One pond is shown, there are 2 buildings and small circles and all. You can use whatever the symbols you want. From then if you go upward your sister's school and if you go downward and your school will be shown. This is on a simple map shown. The distances may not be exactly in proportion to the original distances. Okay, sometimes it may not be proportional, only the route is important. Okay, so this is one example where we represented the graph that a map is shown with the simple symbols here. Here, another map, this is the house. So then on the way there is a fire station, then again a shop is there, here is a primary school. Okay, and here is one store, there is a library and city park. All these things are mentioned. So this is one, in your textbook they have given one question and one map is given, color the graph map here. You have to color the map, and the color of the map is given. Say the places are given, so you have to mention the blue color to the water. So where it is water plant, so here water plant you can see that is filled with color, blue color, and the schools are marked with yellow color, city college with a pink color. So like that you have fire station, red color, hospital, library, cemetery, and the marketplaces, okay, police station. So and the routes also given, okay, Gandhi Road, bus depot, all these things are mentioned here, okay, communities, corner and a locality. So Nehru Road, Gandhi Road, like that they have given, so you have to mark the color, and also they have asked one question, mark X at the intersection of Road C and the Nehru Road. Mark Road C and Nehru Road. This is Road C and this is Nehru Road. Okay, so this is Road C and then Nehru Road is there, and you have to mark X there. So these questions you can attend in the exercise 10.2 as per this map. This color already given, so you can mark the X, Y there according to the instruction. So polyhedrons means a solid shape bounded by polygons. So look at this, it's a solid shape bounded by polygons. Front side also triangular shape, base is also square. Look at the cuboid, rectangle shapes, and all the faces are rectangle shape. A prism, rectangle and triangle. So here is a cylinder, they are not polyhedrons. So curved shape, because they are having curved shape. A sphere having curved shape. See, polyhedron means it's a solid shape bounded by only polygons, where non-polyhedrons do not have the polygons here. So the sphere is not having any polygons, and the cylinder here are having not having any polygons. Cone is not having any polygons. So therefore these are all not polyhedrons. The first three pictures gives the polyhedrons. Polyhedrons means should contain the polygons as its faces. Cubes, cuboids, prisms, pyramids are all examples of polyhedrons. Spheres, cones, cylinders are some examples of non-polyhedrons. See, the polygonal regions forming the polyhedrons are known as its faces. The polygonal regions, you can see the triangular shapes, you can see the rectangular shape, we call them as faces. And the two intersecting faces meet at a line segment. One triangle, another triangle meet at one line segment, that is called as an edge. Here look at this rectangle, another rectangle meet at an edge, that is called as an edge. This phase 1 and then phase 2 are polygons, triangle, and the base here, third one base here, another polygon, square. So these are called as faces. We call them as faces. I indicate the symbol F. And the faces intersect at one line segment, it is called as edge. We call them as edges. So we call this as edge. And these edges will meet at one particular places. See, all the edges are meeting at one particular place. That is called as vertex. So that is called as vertex. So we have face are polygonal regions of the solids. Okay. So then these faces intersect at one particular line segment, that is called as edges. And these edges will meet at one particular place, it is called as vertex of the polyhedrons. Very important relation will get between this face, vertex and edges. Between these three, you will get one important relation, that is faces and vertices. If you add, you will always get edges plus 2 for any polyhedrons. This is a very important relation. This is given by a famous mathematician called as Euler, and therefore it is called as Euler formula for polyhedrons. For polyhedrons, you take any polyhedrons, so this formula holds good. Identify the first shape here. Here is a square based prism. So count the number of faces here. So there are 4 triangle faces and 1 face. Totally 4 plus 1, 5 faces are there. Then count the number of vertices in this one. So we have, this is 1, 2, and then here 3, this is 4, and the other end 5. There are 5 vertices. Count the number of edges here. Edges on the side wise, 1, 2. How many? So look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can write 8 edges there. So 8 edges. So here let us write 8 edges. Then add this one to 2 now. Observe that one, 5 plus 5, 10. 8 plus 2 is also 10. So this satisfies to any solid. You take the second one, this one also. Count the number of faces. How many faces will be there? This cuboid. Faces will be how many? 6 faces. Count the vertices. What is the number of vertices in that cuboid? You can see 4 at the top and 4 at the bottom. Total 8 vertices. Count the edges. Count the edges. Number of edges there. Count the number of edges. Top 4, side wise 4 and bottom. So there are 12. So now verify 6 plus 8. What is the answer? 14. 12 plus 2. 12 plus 2 is also 14. Okay. F plus V is equal to E plus 2. This formula is called as Euler formula for polyhedrons. Here look at this, it's a cube and this is made up of completely covered by square. Polygons called a square. Polygon square. This is called as, what do we call that as? Face. Face. This one is face. The regions. Square regions. That is face. Look at this. The faces meet at one particular line segment. It is called as edge. And this one vertices. We have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 vertices. So these are all. Okay. Now again, what is the polyhedron? Polyhedron is a solid shape bounded by polygons, whereas non-polyhedrons do not have the polygons. These are all non-polyhedrons and these are all polyhedrons. Polyhedrons are bounded only by polygons. Here they are not bounded by the polygons. So examples are cube, prisms, cuboids, pyramids. Non-polyhedrons, cone, cylinder, sphere. These are the examples for polyhedrons and non-polyhedrons. So now here are some examples. You verify the Euler formula. You note down these diagrams. Verify the Euler formula. It holds goods or not. So this is an activity you can do it yourself. So later. So now and verify. Draw the table like this. Table you have to draw and count the number of faces, number of vertices and the edges and see the relation F plus V is equal to E plus 2 or F plus V minus E. Add the faces and vertices, then subtract edges, you should get the answer 2. So that is the relation you will get and it is called as Euler formula. Draw the table like this for the previous solids and count this one and verify the Euler's formula. Here also some shapes are given. These are all polyhedrons. Okay. And look at this. Among the polyhedrons we have 2 shapes, 2 types. One is convex polyhedrons, the other one is, they are not convex polyhedrons because you can find reflex angles here. Inside the polygons, you can see the reflex angles inside. Here you cannot see any reflex angles, therefore this is convex polyhedron. These are all called as non-convex polyhedrons, otherwise simply we call not convex. These are all not convex. So these are the example for convex and not convex. And another topic you see, regular polyhedrons. Regular polyhedrons means all the edges should be equal. Edges of this polyhedron should be equal. See here cube, octahedron, dodecahedron, icosahedron. These are all the polyhedrons having the lengths of the edges equal. Edges should be equal. And the faces should be congruent. All the faces should be congruent. Square, everywhere square. Triangle, everywhere triangle. So such figures, this is a triangle based pyramid. It is called as a tetrahedron. So these are all having the same type of face. Square means square, pentagon means pentagon, triangle means triangle only everywhere. Such figures are called as regular polyhedrons. Look at this, some of the polyhedrons. Name. 4 faces are there means it is a tetrahedron. 8 faces are there, octahedron. 20 faces are there, icosahedron. 20 faces are there, icosahedron. 6 faces are there, cube. Only 12 faces are there, dodecahedron. So these are the different names given to the solids. You can remember this if possible. So now come to this another type of polyhedrons, prisms and pyramids. So look at this. These type of figures, we call this as prisms, and here we have called pyramids. See, what is the difference between the prism and pyramids? Let us understand. All the first 4 diagrams are all prisms, and the second line, whatever that you are seeing, they are called as pyramids. So look at this definition of prisms and pyramids. A prism is a polyhedron with parallel congruent bases. So this is having parallel as well as congruent bases. This is very important. Look at this, all of you. This is base 1 and the bottom is base 2. Look at this shape of this one. It is having a square shape and both are parallel. This is 1. I am highlighting that one. So that is one base, and the bottom we have another one. We call that as bases. These 2 bases are parallel to each other as well as congruent, having the same shape and size. Come to the second diagram, we have a triangle base. Again at the bottom we have another triangle. These 2 triangles are parallel to each other and congruent to each other. Only bases. So such solids are called as prisms. Come to the pyramids now. Pyramid also a polyhedron whose base is a polygon. Base, you look at this, this is a base. Here it is a square shape, square in shape. Here the second base is triangle, yellow color, highlighted with yellow color. That is base. Base is a polygon. Base is a polygon. Any number of sides and whose lateral faces are triangles. Look at the lateral faces, sidewise faces. All are triangles only. Look at both the diagrams. Triangular shapes. Okay, such a figure, and these triangles meet at one common vertex. This is called as vertex B. So all will meet at one particular, all the shapes, side triangles will meet at one common place. That is called as vertex of the pyramid. Okay, so that is the major difference between the prism and the pyramids. Okay, so now that is the end of this chapter. So now you have to write down some of the questions that are given in the textbook and also complete the table that I told you in the previous exercise.